from the Carl A. Newman Stadium at North Allegheny High School. Bob Tattert along with Joe Falsetti. Welcome to another Comcast Cablevision telecast of WPIAL football action this afternoon. The Riverview Raiders take on the Rochester Rams in the semifinals, and the winner goes to Three River Stadium next weekend to take on Western Beaver as they defeated Fort Cherry. Final score of 14-12. Joe, the Raiders just out coming onto the football field. We look for a good one on artificial turf.
Well, this is a springboard, Bob, to the team that goes to the finals at Three Rivers. They'll have the same type of turf down there, and obviously this is a big one for both teams. They had met once before, but don't let that guide you in any way in predicting what might happen here. That are in there today for Rochester did not play in that first game.
And had it not been for last-minute heroics last week, this game might not be, as we watch Jeffrey Kappa on a 4th and 7 hit Ertlejack for the 34-yard touchdown pass. That brought the Raiders to within a touchdown. More to come back. They're trailing 28-22 at this point. And they're out of timeouts. All they had to do was to fall to their knees, but the Raiders come up with a play. Ertlejack again, and from the 50, he goes in. This ties the game, and when he puts the ball in the air at the 10, the celebration flag comes out. They get penalized 15 yards. The extra point sails wide. We go to overtime. The opposition does not score, and the Raiders have an opportunity as Jefferson Morgan comes up empty, and on third down, the one-handed grab by Kappa, and the Raiders advance to this one here this afternoon. Joe, heroics like you wouldn't believe last week.
Well, Bob, what do they say? You got to see it to believe it. Well, we were there. We saw it. And a week later, I'm still having trouble believing it.
Brought to you in part by Integra Banks, where you can get the loans you need for times like these. Well, we mentioned before that the winner goes on to play Western Beaver next Saturday at Three River Stadium. Western Beaver, a Friday night winner over Fort Cherry, 14-12. The Raiders beat Jefferson Morgan. We just saw the touchdowns there scored 34-28 in overtime. Western Beaver was a 29-7 winner over Brentwood prior to the game that they played against Fort Cherry. So we're coming down now to the precious few, and the co-captains are coming out onto the field. Joe, let's take a look at officials.
All right.
For the game here today.
Okay, Bob, the officials for today's game. The referee is Vic Sackett. The umpire is Frank Sullivan. Rick Druschel is the head linesman, line judge, Damian Zarisco. Larry Kupek is the field judge. The back judge, Bill Heitkamp. And the timekeeper, Walter Hartung.
All being introduced to the players here. The co-captains out on the field, as we had mentioned. The Raiders have Jeremy Dujak, number 70, Charles Belisario, number 80, Jason Kappa, 85, and Justin Graham, number 30, as the co-captains of the team. And, of course, Rochester wearing the white shirts. The sun will be a factor, Joe, because it goes from one end zone to the other, so...
Well, it's the first opportunity this year, Bob, for you and I to be at a field where they have the turf, the artificial variety, and tell you what, it looks like it's painted out there. It looks so good.
All right, Rochester will receive to start the game, and Riverview will defend the goal to our left. High school football will continue in a moment with the opening kickoff of today's semifinal matchup between the Raiders and Rochester. All of that coming up right after this.
The Riverview Raiders have accomplished what very few other high school football teams have duplicated, a perfect 10-0 regular season. It's been a great season for head coach Jay Kappa and his Raiders. Sachs and Associates of Verona recognizes the tremendous effort put forth by Riverview in achieving a perfect season so far. Best wishes to the team and congratulations from Sachs and Associates, Verona.
Rochester has their backs set. Amir Dudley, number 23. He's to the near side.
Taking off the Riverview, number 21.
And to the far side, Trent Jeter, number 20. And Belisario set to kick off for the Raiders. And so we're underway right now with the kick. It is high but short. Taken at about the 22-yard line. Short return to the... Well, let's see where they've got it. On the return, by the way, was David Williams and Rich Walsh for the Raiders, the principal tackler. Very quickly, Rochester starters. Matt Sook, the quarterback. Halfbacks are Flanagan and Dudley. The fullback is Mercier. The ends are Edge and Rowe. In the line, Thomas, Toussaint, Mortimer, Zagraki, and Zakani. Bill the Bill. Two setbacks for Matt Sook. And the give goes to Ken Mercier. Mercier is stacked by Jeremy Dujak and a host of black shirts after a short gain. The line of scrimmage, by the way, the 32-yard line before that play. For the Raiders defensively, Zarymczyk, Walsh, Dujak, and Tappa are the interior line. The linebackers include Jeff Kappa and Kappa. And in the secondary, well, I guess we'll get to that in a moment. Here's the give, and going around the side is Dudley, and Dudley may have the first down. Might be a little bit short, near the 40-yard line. He'll be short on that play, sweeping wide to the right where Jeffrey Kappa makes the defensive play for the Raiders. And they're going to spot this one at about the 39-yard line. So it is third down for Rochester. The game just underway. Matsup turns and gives. They've got the first down and more as Amir Dudley carries the football. Justin Graham on the far side, assisted by Jeffrey Kappa, make the play. And it's near the 49-yard line. A Rochester first down and the first of the day.
Gain of 10. First and 10 for Rochester at their own 49-yard line.
Again, we are just underway in the first drive of the ball game with Rochester at their 4. Here's the give this time to David Williams. Williams crosses the 50 where Theo Fakaris wraps him up at the Raider 48, a gain of 3, second and 7.
Gain of a little more than 2, second down and 8.
Nice crowd on this end. Small bleachers in each end zone, but all the fans on the one side. To our right, Rochester. To our left is Riverview as they are lined up in the field right now. Here's Dudley here on the right side. Dudley is hit by Dujak first, then wrapped up by Belisario. And they'll spot it at the 41. Dudley gets the handoff, goes around the right side. They keep testing the right side.
And it's good for another first down, Bob. The ball at the 41-yard line of Riverview. This has been strictly on the ground. The entire...
Here's the give to Williams, and Williams up ahead to the 37-yard line. Williams was hit on the play by Zarymczyk and Graham. And the ball is spotted at the 37-yard line.
Gain of 4, second down, 6.
Matt Sook, whose father coaches the team, it goes to Dudley. Dudley has the first down to the 25-yard line and inside the 25. He was chased down by Justin Papa.
Number 74, Justin Papa.
And again, as Joe had indicated, they keep going to the left side of the Raider defense.
First and 10 for Rochester.
Rochester down with the first down at the 24-yard line. Dudley hit at the line of scrimmage that time. Justin Graham came in to finish up the tackle, which was made by, I believe, Kappa, number 85, and Justin Kappa, number 74. As 4 minutes have now elapsed in this quarter, it's been a ground game attack, and 4 quick minutes are off the clock. They give him a yard on the play, 2nd and 9. Dudley, 5 carries, 37 yards so far. Dudley again goes off that side and struggles for the first down inside the 15. He's down to about the 13-yard line. Erteljack making the defensive play for the Raiders. They're down to the 13.
Back to Rochester at Riverview, 12-yard line.
First down and 10 for Rochester. Dudley again. Kappa had him. He slips away and he's inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line. Dujak is there. Kappa, the first man to hit him, and then Dujak finished him off at the 9-yard line. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. We have eaten up 5 minutes of the opening quarter.
They haven't come to the right side of the Riverview defense, Bob, the entire drive here. It's all been on the other side.
And there's running room to the left, and here they come left. A hole for Williams. He's hit at the 6-yard line. Flaherty and Rich Walsh, the principal tackler on that play. It is marked at the 6-yard line.
3rd and a long 3, Bob.
3rd down and a long 3 from the 6-yard line.
This is the 12th play of the drive coming up, and half the quarter is almost over. Williams down to about the 2, and he should have the first down. It will be 1st and goal. Zarimsic was there, the principal tackler, and it's marked at the 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. Rochester with a first down and goal to go from the 2. 5:55 to play, opening quarter. Dudley for the touchdown.
Boy, they made that drive look easy, Bob. They took it on the opening kickoff and non-stop. Not one pass thrown, and they continually hit the right side, their right side, which is the left side of the Riverview defense, and they got it into the end zone. 6-0. They get set for the extra point.
69 yards on that drive. Phil Greco, number 33, will attempt the point after for Rochester. The kick is up.
No good.
And this one sails wide. So the score will remain 6-0 in favor of Rochester, as Rochester gets set to kick off for the next series of downs with the Raiders on the receiving end. Bob Tattern with Joe Falsetti at North Allegheny High's Carl Newman Stadium. We'll be right back. We have an opportunity here to take a look at the touchdown scored by Rochester, the first of the game here today. Plenty of room for Dudley to get through. And the extra point goes wide. State Representative Frank Dermody recognizes the importance of high school athletics, and Frank would like to congratulate Riverview on a perfect football season and wish them luck in postseason play. Also, Frank Dermody would like to thank his many supporters in the area during the last election. State Representative Frank Dermody proud to assist in sponsoring the telecast of today's event. Vernon Krebs to kick off to the Raiders as they look in the sun for the kick. A short kick. It bounces. Taken at the 31 by Tamburo. Tamburo looks for a hole. Has a hole. He's at the 35. Up at the 40. At the 45. Dragged down. No, he's still on his feet. All the way down to the Rochester.
And they grabbed the face mask.
41-yard line. And a face mask penalty is probably the call here.
What a run back by Tamburo. Terrific. He broke a few tackles and did a little dance out there like Fred Astaire, in and out, got it all the way to the 40-yard line. They'll tack on more yardage.
Here's the kickoff. Tamburo from the 31. A face mask against Rochester. 2 tacklers missing. 3, 4, and there's the 5th one, and right there's the face mask. 40-yard return and tack on 15, and they're down to about the 25-yard line. So it's 1st and 10. A big break. Dapper gets the call. Dapper, I should say. Dapper around the right side is knocked out of bounds. Offensively for the Raiders, it'll be Jeff Kappa, Ben Erteljack, Steve Dapper, Justin Graham. At the ends, Jason Kappa, Charles Belisario. In the lines, Papa, Vaqueris, Flaherty, Welsh, and Dujak.
It's about a 9-yard gain, Bob, all the way down to the 14-yard line, I believe.
2nd down and a long one to go for the Raiders. Dapra hit at the line of scrimmage and brought back by Shane Edge. Rochester's defense, Zucchini, Zuckrocki, Mortimer, and Toussaint are in the line. The linebackers are Edge, Mercier, Thomas, and Long. And the safeties, Jeter, Dudley, and Lee.
3rd down and a yard.
The Raiders at the 14-yard line of Rochester. Credit Tamburo with a great 40-yard return on the kickoff and a 15-yard penalty. Dapra up the middle, 1st down, inside the 10 down to about the 12-yard line, was tackled on the play by Ken Mercier.
Game is good for a 1st down.
The ball is marked at the 12-yard line. Zaremsik, Erteljack, and Dapra are in the tee. Dapra comes wide right. Turns in. Dapra. Dapra down to about the 3-yard line and was finally driven out of bounds by Trent Jeter and Nick Long.
I'll tell you what, Bob. Number 52, Walsh, and Jason Kappa led the way. Got some good blocks and good
also,
game.
Jeremy Dujak had an excellent block as we watched the replay. They're inside the 5 at about the 4-yard line. It is 2nd down and maybe 3. 2nd and 3 for the Raiders. They trail 6-0. Dapra gets the call. Left side touchdown.
Right.
Steve Dapra ties the game at 6. That touchdown, by the way, comes with 4:14 to play. Joe, as you mentioned last week, the sign of a good team is when they come back and answer the touchdown. So
sure did in a hurry.
Let's take another look at the tying touchdown here on replay. We'll do that, of course, after the extra point as Belisario holds for Belisario. The kick is up, and it is good, but a penalty flag thrown. They may assess this one on the kickoff, but let's take a look at the replay for the touchdown.
Against Riverview, Bob, they're going to march out 5 yards. They'll have to do it over again.
Now you saw Dapra slipping through before Tony Carper brought him down to the end zone. The 5-yard penalty will put it back, and they will attempt the kick one more time. The game tied at 6. Now who's offside?
I think Rochester's offside, so they'll put it back the original line of scrimmage.
So it comes back to the original line of scrimmage, the 3-yard line. So Charles Belisario holding for brother Orlando. And the kick. The Raiders have taken the lead 7-6. And we'll be back with the Raider kickoff right after this.
Well, that one took 5 plays, Bob. They went 25 yards in a minute and 34 seconds. It was all Dapra as he ran every one of those 5 plays, but it was set up with a fine return by Tamburo of 40 yards, then a 15-yard face mask penalty, and, well, the rest is 7-6 in favor of Riverview.
Both of these teams are playing an artificial turf for the first time this year, something you don't run into too often, so that's got to feel a little bit different. Belisario approaching the ball for the kickoff. This one's deeper, and it is fielded at about the 12-yard line. And Jeter makes the return up to near the 25-yard line. And I believe it was Mike Catullo for the Raiders on the tackle. And it is spotted right on the 25-yard line. 7-6, the Raiders in the lead with 4:07 to play early in the game. We're in the first quarter, of course. Each team with a drive. Rochester with a sustained drive of 69 yards, and the Raiders come back with a 25-yard drive. This is Williams. Williams hit near the line of scrimmage and then spins ahead for another 3 yards. Belisario on the tackle, had an assist by Zach Zrimsik and Jason Kappa. A gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Williams, Mercier, and Dudley in the backfield. The ball goes to Dudley. Dudley around the corner, dragged down by Ertlejack, and he has the first down at the 38-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bob, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't make some changes over there on that left side of the Riverview defensive line or linebacking, because they're able to just pick up big yardage off that side continually here early in the second quarter. I should say late in the first quarter.
3 minutes remain in this period. 7-6, Riverview in the lead. 3 setbacks, and up the middle it goes to Williams, hit by the interior of the line. Walsh bumped off the play by Doug Rao, and Walsh has some words with him. 21 offensive plays by both teams, no passes among them. So it's been a rapid first quarter.
These two teams will love this artificial turf, Bob. It seems like it.
Matsuk over center. This time it's the wishbone. The penalty flag thrown, and Dudley has the ball, but this one is whistled dead. A dead ball foul. It'll be an automatic 5 yards. And their left side of the line, Joe, jumped offside before the snap, so it'll be 2nd down and about 13 coming up. Back at the 35-yard line, 2nd and 13. On the replay, you see what happened.
Blackhawk 7, Blue 0.
2nd down, 13. A fake, the game's first pass, a little pass, dumped off to Williams at the 41, bounces off of Belisario. Zrimsik finishes him off. Had an assist from Jason Kappa and Ertlejack on the near side, and Jason Kappa may have come up with a scratch on the nose or a bump to the nose, but he's looking for some assistance on the near sideline, so Jason Kappa will come out of the game for the moment. He's being replaced by Justin Dujak, number 15.
And he's just a sophomore, Bob.
3rd down and about 6 for Rochester. They're going to throw again. Justin Graham in pursuit. Justin Graham trying. He has the first down as Matzook runs out of bounds near the 50-yard line, just over the 50, and in Raider territory near the 49.
Well, they're making a living on that side, Bob.
Take a look at the action again. Matzook, you see Graham in pursuit. And closing in on him was Jack, but not before he picked up the first down. So they've already picked up 25 yards on this drive with a minute and a half to play. There's Dudley again. Dudley was first hit. Bumped off a couple of tacklers. Penalty flags go down.
And I think they grabbed the face mask, Bob.
They ran over that side again. Justin Dujak was slowing him down, but and a Raider has been injured, shaken up on the play. Can't pick out a number because the Raiders may have cut a face mask. Take a look on the replay to see if we can determine how the injury was determined. Can't tell.
That's a 15-yarder here too, Bob.
15-yard penalty with a minute and 19 remaining in the first quarter. 7-6 Riverview in the lead.
Could be the team that has the ball last is going to win the game the way they're moving.
Number 15, the gentleman who had come in to replace Jason Kappa, that's Justin Dujak, is coming off the field, shaken up on the play. The ball has been advanced to the Raider 31-yard line, a 1st and 10. So the play finished at the 46. They tacked on 15, and it brought it down to the 31. The clock is running. Last minute and 15 seconds of the opening quarter. High formation. It goes to Dudley again, and Dudley is wrapped up on the play by number 73, Theo Ficaris. And a short gain, but enough of a gain to bring it inside the 30 to the 29. 2nd and 7 coming up. And we're inside a minute to play in the first quarter. Again, it is a give here to Dudley. Dudley is inside the 20 at the 18. Justin Graham makes the defensive play, but they pick up another first down. Joe, as we watch here, good blocking. There was a missed tackle, another, and finally dragged down. Final play of the first quarter. The ball rests on the Raider 18-yard line. Dudley. No, that's Mercier with the ball. Hit by Justin Graham, and that'll be the final play of the opening quarter. So they will end the quarter right here, but they will have good field position at the Raider 15 when we begin our second quarter. The Raiders by 1. After 1, we'll be right back. And a reminder at halftime, we'll have some statistics for you, sponsored by Billy B's of Creighton. Billy B, a Riverview alumni and a former wrestler for the Raider athletic program. Joe, it'll be 2nd down and 7 from the 15-yard line.
All right, and Rochester having no problems whatsoever moving the football. I think they've thrown one pass. It was complete, but for the most part, it's been on the ground, and good indication of that is that in the first quarter, Riverside should say 119 yards for Rochester and 25 for Riverview. Here's the pitch back off the left side and getting hit over there, and I think a run out of bounds was number 23, Amir Dudley, run out over there by Justin Graham. So they'll pick up a few yards on that play, and it'll be a third down and about 3. Third and about 3. They'll spot the ball at about the 11-yard line.
Joe, I don't know what is being said, but the Raiders' Rich Walsh talking with one of the officials, maybe complaining that he was being held.
Probably. All right, third down and 3. The ball at the 11. Here's a handoff and being hit and getting across the 10 to about the 12-yard line. That's going to be awfully close to the first down. For Karras on the stop. And they did get the first down. So it'll be first and goal. Rochester, the ball is at the 8-yard line, let's call it. First and goal from the 8-yard line. Rochester on the move once again. It's a 7-6 ball game in favor of Riverview. Second quarter just underway. All right, here we go. A handoff. Quick handoff right up the middle. Breaks one tackle. Tries to get away from another. And number 45, Ken Mercier. Walsh on the stop. So there's a... All right, where do they spot the ball? Let's see. Right about the... Oh, just inside the 5-yard line. Second down and goal. Matsuk hands off and being hit and dropped, and I think it's Daper there with the stop along with number 85, Jason Kappa. Dudley gets a couple of yards. Going to be just inside the 3-yard line. Third and goal at the 3.
And I know we have our end zone camera in line too down there, so.
Rochester threatening here. They're trailing by a point, 7-6. Ball at the 3-yard line. Matsuk ready. He hands off, and there's a flag. It's going to go against Rochester, and getting into the end zone was number 12. That's Matsuk, the quarterback. But I think they're going to bring this one back. Illegal motion against Rochester. So they'll bring it back, and they'll hit him with a 5-yard penalty, bringing up a third and goal at the 8. So that's a break there for the Raiders of Riverview as Rochester in motion, and they'll be penalized 5 yards. Third and goal from the 8. Rochester taking a lot of time in the huddle. Now they come out. Third and goal at the 8. Matsuk rolls left. Matsuk looking, throwing. Oh, boy, I tell you what, Bob, if that ball was on the money, it could have been intercepted. Steve Daper was over there. The pass falls incomplete. Now what do? Fourth down and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now they're going to go for 3.
Looks like maybe a field goal try coming up here. And I believe it's number 33, Phil Greco, spotting the ball at the 15. It'll be a 25-yard field goal. Holding is Matsuk. There's the snap. The kick is up. The kick is, I believe, it is wide. It is wide left. No good. And the Raiders hold one more time.
State Representative Frank Dermody recognizes the importance of high school athletics and all it means not only to the school but to the community as well. And Frank Dermody would like to congratulate the Riverview Raiders on a perfect football season and wish them good luck in postseason play. Also, Frank Dermody would like to thank his many supporters in the area during the last election. Again, State Representative Frank Dermody proud to assist in sponsoring the telecast of this event.
All right, ready to go now as the Raiders will get the ball at their own 20-yard line, leading 7-6. Second quarter shows 10 minutes remaining. Jeff Kappa at quarterback sends Zrinzak in motion, a pitch back. Here comes Grail. No, that's Earl Jack. He's at the 40, 45, 50. Earl Jack still going, run out of bounds. at the 40-yard line of Rochester by Tony Carper. Oh, boy.
Look at the size of that crowd here today. Well, I'll tell you what, both the schools brought a lot of folks. 41-yard run on that play, Joe.
Lovely. They'll spot it at the 39-yard line. Let's see it here. Here we go again.
Look at that block. Here's another one by Randy Gilbert.
Big Randy Gilbert, 6'5", and growing.
And Jake Kappa, by the way, has called a timeout. Joe, another opportunity maybe to mention to those folks watching that along the way, many of the sponsors of this particular telecast would like to thank. And for the viewers, think about reciprocating maybe with a visit to one of the retail stores or what have you, or just to thank them in one way or another for making the telecast possible. So as you watch the game, make some mental notes as to those folks who went the extra mile to put this thing on TV.
All right, well...
you know, both of us had mentioned, Joe, Jake Kappa looked a little bit nervous before the ball.
Yeah, he was. I went over and shook his hand and wished him good luck. And
He's staring in space.
He looked like a guy that was a little bit concerned. He's leading right now by a point. 1st and 10, Riverview at the Rochester 39. Here's Dayfra, finds a hole. Dayfra still going. Dayfra at the 25 to 20. Dayfra, bye-bye, baby. Steve Dayfra into the end zone for the touchdown. How about that, Bob? 39 yards on that play.
And no flag.
Steve Dayfra, the guy that's done it all year long. And he has had some help from his friends. Let's take a look at this one more time. Here goes Dayfra, in and out. There he goes. Bye-bye.
And, Joe, with that run, he has gone over a mile in yardage for his for this year.
Some of us have trouble walking a mile. This guy does it on the football field. All right, Steve.
Timeout has been taken, I believe, by Rochester. But with that run, Dayfra has run over a mile here in 1994. That's one of Milo's statistics, one of his personal favorites.
That's fine. Mile sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah. 13-6 in favor of Riverview. Keeping in mind the winner goes on next week to take on Western Beaver, who Friday night defeated Fort Cherry 14-12.
Right. Tell you what, Bob, I am surprised how both teams are running the football so well. I don't know whether it's the turf or whether, you know, it's they're getting good blocking up front, but they're running the ball well, both teams. Riverview now getting set for the extra point try. 13-6 with the try coming up. There goes Belisario into the lineup for the Raiders to try the extra point.
I was wondering if the time might be to discuss going for 1 or 2. Of course, it's early in the ball game.
Yeah. What are they going to do? Go for 2? How about this? How about this? A little bit surprising. There it is. Oh, there's Jeff Kappa! Does he make it? He does not. Could you believe, right at the goal line? Right at the goal line, the two-point try does not work, so it's Riverview 13, Rochester 6.
Here it is again.
43 remaining in the first half.
Well, he didn't make it. Not even on the replay. So we'll take a break, folks. The Raiders hold on to a 7-point lead. We'll be right back.
Belisario getting set to kick off. There's a kick. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This one's going into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. A little bit surprised, Bob, on that extra point try. I thought sure that Belisario would kick the extra point, but they went for 2, and they came up just a few inches short. So the Raiders leading 13-6. Rochester putting the ball in play at their own 20-yard line. following the kickoff by Belisario into the end zone. As Bob mentioned a few moments ago, terrific crowd on hand here at Carl A. Newman Stadium in North Allegheny. There's a handoff off the left side. Number 23, Amir Dudley, gets about 3 or 4 yards on the play as he goes off the left side. Zach Zrimzek led the defensive effort for Riverview. So a gain of almost 4 yards. Let's call it 2nd down and 6. Ball at the 24-yard line. Matsuk set to go. Matsuk looking. Matsuk chased. Matsuk is going to throw the ball out of bounds. How about intentional grounding there? None, huh? There is a flag. What that's all about, I don't know, whether it's intentional grounding or not, but there is a flag on the play at about the 32-yard line.
Speculation, Joe.
Could be an illegal man downfield, Bob, because he scrambled there. I don't think. Here we go. They throw. Yep, ineligible downfield as Rochester now is going to get hit with the penalty. And they're talking to Dujak. And they're going to turn down the penalty, so it'll be 3rd down. 3rd down and about 6. Ball at the 34-yard line. I should say the 24-yard line of Rochester. 13-6 in favor of Riverview. Riverview just scored moments ago with Steve Dapra on a 39-yard gallop for the lead. They tried for 2, didn't make it. Matsuk, the quarterback, they're split out. Here's a pitch back off the left side and breaking a tackle, breaking another, and still going. This guy's going to go all the way. Number 23, Amir Dudley, goes 76 yards for the touchdown. Amir Dudley on a sweep to the left side, goes 76 yards for the touchdown. It's a 13-12 game. You go for the tie or do you go for 2?
He went out of bounds, Joe. He didn't get in.
Did he go out of bounds?
He did not get in.
I'm surprised because he was all alone. No, I mean, nobody there. Why would... that I don't understand.
Stepped on the line. Here, let's see. Of course, we can't see it from here, but here's the pitch, Joe.
All right. Let's see where, well, we probably will have a hard time. Right in there. The ball's at the 9-yard line, and he gets gang tackled over on the left side. Not too much that time.
He went out of bounds at the 8-yard line, Joe. Big and Ho there for the stop.
Okay, and again, that was, I think it was number 34 there on that carry, Bob, and we don't have a 34 listed. Or do we? Yeah, we do. David Williams. There you go. David Williams. All right, here we go again. 2nd down for Rochester. Again, it's Williams, and again he is gang tackled over on the far side. Jason Kappa led that effort. Belisario also there. So it's 3rd down. The ball is spotted at about the 6-yard line.
Actually, Joe, believe it or not, it is resting right on the 5.
Well, you got the glasses there, Bob. So, all right, here's a handoff again, and into the end zone, touchdown. I think that was Amir Dudley for the touchdown. So this game is back and forth. 13-12. Riverview still leading. Belisario made the stop there, but it was a little bit late as Dudley got into the end zone for the touchdown. And they look as though they might be going for 2. Yep.
Might, huh?
Matsuk comes in after getting instructions from the coach, who just happens to be his father.
Rochester attempting a two-point.
Yeah, we have a situation
They're
today
going
where
for
both
two.
coaches have sons quarterbacks.
Right. They're going for two, and here's Amir Dudley, and Dudley is going to be hit and dropped short of the goal line. I think he was hit over there by number 80, Charles Belisario, stopping the two-point effort that would have given Rochester the lead.
Let's take another look at the play here, Joe, and you'll see Belisario coming up. He's got him. And then over there to help out was Walsh.
Right.
So Walsh on that play helps out Dudley. 18 carries, 164 yards on the day so far.
That's a month's work, Bob, all in one afternoon. Actually, not even a quarter and a half yet. Well, this game looks as though, Bob, as we mentioned before, the team that has the ball last might win the game.
And in receiving position number 20, Ben Erdeljack. 27, Steve Dapra. 34.
All right, there are the backs. Dapra, number 27, is the deep man. Tamburo to the near side, number 34. To the far side, Erdeljack, number 20. Or is that Graham, number 30?
No, that's Erdeljack.
Right. Graham is further upfield at the...
He's at about the 32-yard line. All right, here we go.
They're not kicking deep. They've got that ball tilted way back.
Vernon Krebs getting set to kick it off for Rochester. Here's the kick, and it's a squibbler, and picked up by Belisario. Belisario still on his feet, and he is going to be dropped at the, 34-yard line. So Belisario, that is Charles Belisario, number 80, gets it up to the 34, where the Raiders will put it in play, leading 13-12. We've got a honey here at Carl A. Newman Stadium in North Allegheny. Last week versus Jefferson Morgan, Riverview had 356 yards rushing. This week, Rochester, 204. So this, well, I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of running in the last 2 weeks. Let me put it that way.
Momentary timeout on the field as the ball is spotted, as you see, at the 34-yard line. Here we go.
All right, ready to go. Jeff Kappa has his team ready from their own 34. Here is Dapra. Cuts in, cuts out. Dapra still going across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Stopped by Trent Jeter after a gain of about 7 or 8 yards on that carry. They'll give him an 8-yard gain. Second down and a couple.
Second down and 2.
All right, let's watch that one again. Here comes Dapra, and he gets 8 yards on that carry. Second and 2, the ball at the 42-yard line. Play coming in from the bench. Zach Zrimzak bringing it in, giving it to Jeff Kappa, the quarterback. And
can I take a guess on the
go
play?
Right ahead.
A pass to Erdeljack.
All right.
Yep.
There's a fumble. Still loose. I think, well, it's still loose. They're scrambling for it. I think Kappa may have fallen on it over there for the Raiders. Let's hope so. Yep. Riverview maintains possession, but instead of 2nd and 2, now it's going to be 3rd down and about 6 or 7. 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6.
Halfway through the second quarter.
Just about 6 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the second quarter. It's Riverview 13, Rochester 12. Kind of figured it might go this way, this game. High scoring. Kappa sends Erdeljack in motion. Here comes Kappa looking. Throwing and broken up, but there is a flag on the play. Intended for Charles Belisario, but there is a flag on the play.
Guess who was
Number 25,
open?
James Lee, didn't like that call at all.
Erdeljack.
He broke it up.
Erdeljack, Joe, was wide open over the middle.
The officials are discussing something here. There is the penalty again. There it is right there. So the penalty is going to give the Raiders a first down, 15 yards. And they'll put the ball at the 46-yard line of Rochester. First and 10, the Raiders. Boy, this crowd is loving it, Bob. This is a ball game that is going to go right down to the wire. Jack split wide to the right side. They're in the eye this time. Jeff Kappa. Second man through is Dapra. Dapra is going to be collared for no gain. Let's see, who was that made that play? Number 15, I believe it was. Yep. Shane Edge grabbed a hold of a jersey that belonged to Steve Dapra, and down he goes. No gain. Second down and 10. 5.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. It's Riverview 13, Rochester 12. Boy, you'd think this was a September, maybe early October afternoon. It's gorgeous here this afternoon. Here is Jeff Kappa once again. Kappa fakes a handoff. Kappa throws long, and almost getting there was Charles Ballesterio. He was double covered there by Shane Edge. And it's an incomplete pass. It'll bring up a third down. There it is again. I'll tell you what, another foot shorter, and Ballesterio may have had that one. Coming in is Catula, Mike Catula for the Raiders.
Ballesterio may have had the wind knocked out of him or something on that last play.
All right, here we go. Kappa on the draw. There goes Dapra. First down. He gets it down to about the 35-yard line. That's good enough for the first down. Steve Dapra picked up about 11 yards on that carry before he was run out of bounds by Amir Dudley. And there it is right there. You'll see it. There's Dapra, and run out of bounds by Dudley, but not until he picked up 11 yards and the first down.
Well, the Raiders, Joe, probably overcoming that initial feeling of, playing on the artificial turf and gaining a little more confidence. 5 minutes left of the first half.
All right, ready to go. Ball at the Rochester 35-yard line. Double setback. They've got Jack wide to the near side of the field. Kappa barking signals. Kappa right up the middle. Driving is number 30. That's Justin Graham. He gets to the 30-yard line. A gain of about 5. Kevin Mortimer in on the stop for Rochester. A gain of 5 yards on that play as Graham picks it up. 2nd and 5. The ball at the Rochester 30. Beautiful afternoon here at Carl A. Newman Stadium in North Allegheny. And right now the sun is shining brightly on the Raiders of Riverview as they lead by 1. Here's a handoff, and Zrimzak inside the 25 to about the 22-yard line. Trent Jeter making the stop, but the first down picked up by Zrimzak, and the Raiders are on the move.
Actually, when Jeter made that tackle, he just stuck his hand out to grab his shoe and tripped him up.
Take a look right there. Here goes Zrimzak, got the first down right there, and he is finally stopped at about the 22-yard line. Ballesterio on the wing to the right side, double setback. Jeff Kappa. Kappa. Hands off. There goes Graham. Graham down to the 10-yard line. Trent Jeter making the stop along with number 25, James Lee. But another first down for the Raiders. The ball spotted at the 11-yard line. Just under 4 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. And I think there's a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout and be back with more championship football right after this. All right, ready to go. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Ball at the 11-yard line. Here's Kappa. He is going to be hit and dropped at the 10-yard line. Number 20 there, Mortimer was there along with Trent Jeter. So they combined to make the stop at the 10-yard line, a gain of 1. second down, 9 yards to go. The ball at the 10-yard line, so the Raiders could pick up a first down at the 1-yard line. 3.5 minutes remaining. Raiders coming out of the huddle. Double setback. That's Graham and Dapra. Kappa rolls right. Kappa rolls, looks. Kappa's got his man, Ertlejack, and Ertlejack gets where? Out of bounds at about where? The 4-yard line. Looks as though they're going to. His forward progress was down at about the 1, but he had stepped out of bounds, or at least pushed out of bounds at about the 4. So it'll be third down now coming up, and about 3 yards to go for the touchdown, 4 yards, or I should say 3 yards for the first down and 4 yards for the touchdown. All right, here we go. Kappa. Oh, busted play. Busted play. That play was doomed from the beginning. Graham, I believe it was, and Kappa ran into one another, and they dropped them at the, where? Just outside the 5-yard line. Shane Edge making the play. And let's see, it's Grimzak going into the lineup for the Raiders with the play from Coach Kappa. All right, here we go. There's that last play. It was doomed from the very beginning. They're in the eye this time. Dapra, the tailback, in the eye. Here is rollout by Kappa. Jeff Kappa looked through. And I think it was tipped. Ertlejack was the guy in the end zone, but the
penalty flag, Joe.
But there is a flag. There is a flag at about the 2-yard line. It looks as though it's going against the Raiders. Illegal man downfield. So they'll refuse the penalty. And they take over on downs with 2 minutes and 23 seconds to go. A golden opportunity for the Raiders that time, as they had it 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. They came up empty. So now Rochester will put it in play from their own 6-yard line. 1st and 10, Rochester from their own 6.
1st and 10 for Rochester at their own 6-yard line.
So ready to go. Matsuk is the quarterback. And going off the left side and gang tackled over there at about the 7 or 8-yard line. So Amir Dudley picks up very little on that carry, and they'll have where at about the 7-yard line, stopped over there by Justin Graham, the principal tackler for the Raiders. Let's give them what, a gain of a couple? 2nd down and 8. Clock is ticking away. We're down to 1:50 remaining here in the first half. It's Riverview 13, Rochester 12. Here we go. Coming around the left side, here's Dudley, and down he goes. Amir Dudley, Ben Ertlejack on the stop. He gets up to about the 10-yard line, maybe the 11. It'll bring up a 3rd down and a long 5. 1:25 left in the first half.
There's a big play.
Yep.
How many timeouts does Riverview have?
2 would be a good time to take one here if they stop them. All right, Matsuk is ready. Matsuk hands off, coming around, and oh, a sure tackle by Ertlejack that time. Do they take a timeout? Why don't they? Yeah, they do. Now they take a timeout.
With a minute to play.
Well, they got the first down. I thought they had held them short, but they didn't. It's a first down for Rochester. And the ball is at the 16-yard line. So 1st and 10, Rochester from their own 16 with under a minute to go, and the referee signals for the clock to start, and it's ticking away now. And looks as though Rochester on the last couple of plays playing it fairly conservative, although passing is not one of their strong suits. Dudley one more time. He's gang tackled. Dujak and Jason Kappa combined to make the stop. No gain on that play, and Matsuk looking over at the coach for a play, and well, actually he's talking to the official, and they take a timeout with 28 seconds remaining in the first half. Well, no timeout. The clock is moving.
That was a helmet adjustment there, Joe.
Something, yeah, because they had stopped the clock and started it up again. We're now inside 20 seconds, and the clock looks as though it's going to just tick away here. They may just get one more play off. All right, there's Matsuk, and he just kneels down, and the clock is going to run out here, and the half is going to end with the score, Riverview 13, Rochester 12.
And I guess a lot of the people are surprised here after the first half of play. The Raiders holding on to the 1-point lead. Now, I don't see the Rochester band yet, although they are coming over, but I also see the Riverview band, so I'm wondering if Riverview is up first or not. They are considered the home team right now, so I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take a break. We'll be coming back with statistics sponsored by Billy B's after the performance by the Riverview band. Stay tuned. Well, it is halftime, and the Riverview Raiders have a 1-point lead in this semifinal matchup at WPIAL Class A playoff game here at North Allegheny High School's Carl A. Newman Stadium. 13-12 is the score. And for Billy B's, we'll be bringing you halftime statistics momentarily. Right now, we want to enjoy the performance of the Riverview Raider Varsity Marching Band. Let's go downfield. 13-12, the Raiders in the lead. Let's take a look at our halftime statistics here, brought to you by Billy B's in Creighton. You know, Billy B's offers at least 10 varieties of chicken wings, and variety doesn't stop there. Billy B's offers a large salad variety, including a delicious steak salad and an equally delicious chicken salad. And Billy B's has steak hoagies and fresh boiled chicken sandwiches, a huge half-pound hamburger, and lots more. So when you stop it at Billy B's, don't be surprised if you see 30 or 40 Riverview Raiders, boosters that is, watching the game here tonight. Billy B's in Creighton, owned and operated by Riverview alumni Billy Barker. Let's take a look at stats here. Team stats in the first half for Billy B's. First downs, Rochester with 11. Riverview only 3 behind there. But the big gap is the net rushing. Rochester 103 yards ahead of Riverview in that department. Each team has completed 1 out of 3 passes. Natsuk for Rochester, Capper for Riverview are both 1 out of 3. And the yardage is not very big at all in passing. Rochester with 9, Riverview with 6. So the total yardage has Rochester with 226, Riverview with 150. 150 is not a bad total to have at the half, but Rochester way out there with 226. Individual statistics already, Joe. Amir Dudley with 177 yards on 22 carries. So to handle the ball more than 10 times in a quarter is you're doing your fair share of work. Ken Mercier, 2 carries, 5 yards. David Williams, who had an excellent game last week, has 9 carries for 26 yards. And David Williams, the 1 pass reception for Rochester.
Well, we're probably looking at 2 of the better running backs in the WPIAL here this afternoon. Amir Dudley, as Bob mentioned, 177 yards in the first half on 22 carries. That's a little better than 8 yards a pop. And for Steve Dapra, he's averaged a little bit better than his year's average, which is a little better than 7 yards per carry. So 13-12, Riverview squandered a couple of chances. I hope it doesn't, they don't come back to haunt them. But on the other side of the ledger, Rochester looks as though they're able to move the football at will. So we're going to have a pretty solid and strong and an exciting finish, I'm sure.
Steve Dapra, 10 carries, 79 yards. Justin Graham, 3 carries, 15 yards. Ben Erdeljack, 1 carry, 41 yards. Zarimsic, 1 carry for 8 yards. Erdeljack has the 1 pass reception, 6 yards for the Raiders. So, by the way, in penalties, do you have that sheet yet, Milo, on the penalties? What did I do with that? Okay. Rochester penalized 4 times for 45 yards and Riverview 2 for 15 yards. Scoring plays, Dudley on a 2-yard run, and the kick went wide, 6-0 in favor of Rochester. Riverview came back on the next possession. Dapra from 4 yards out. 4 yards out. That made it 7-6 with the kick going through. Dapra then scored on the 39-yard run to put the Raiders ahead 13-6. The 2-point try failed. And Rochester came right back, and Dudley eventually scored from 5 yards out. Failed on the 2-point play, and it is 13-12 so far. No more Bush calls. Where'd they get that idea?
I wonder where.
What a great ball game here so far. 13-12 at the half. Last weekend when we had the game at Riverside Park at Oakmont, at the half it was 14-0 in favor of Jefferson Morgan. So, well, I'll tell you what, things can change in a hurry, folks. It's like the wind direction in Chicago. We're going to take a pause and then come back with our third quarter kickoff, so stay tuned. More football coming up. Riverview will receive our second half kickoff with Erdeljack to the far side, Dapra down the middle, and Tamburo to the near side for the kickoff by Vernon Krebs. And there they are. That's Tamburo to the near side. He had a nice run back in the
Sure
first
did,
half.
40 yards. Then he got
attacked on that
face
penalty.
mask,
Yeah.
15 more yards.
So Krebs is ready for the kickoff, and they've not been kicking deep. They have been kicking short.
That's why Riverview has moved up on this kickoff here.
There's a short one taken, and the knee went down. I don't know why they didn't blow the whistle, but it's in our favor. I'm not going to complain. The Raiders at the 44 to start the second half. On the tackle was Jim Seagate for Rochester.
Well, good field position for the Raiders at their own 44-yard line.
Not bad at all. I just question why they don't kick off deep. They're afraid of Dapra, Abracadabra.
You're giving them credit for not. How do you know they can kick deep?
All right, here come the Raiders. First down and 10. Daper gets the call. He'll go to the right side, and he's not going to get anywhere. Spearheading the charge was Doug Rao, number 85. Also there was Kevin Mortimer, and they lose the yard of the play, making it 2nd and 11. So they're back at the 44. A loss of about a half a yard, actually, but we'll call it 2nd and 11. Artificial turf here at North Allegheny. Little swing pass. It is caught by Dapra.
Oh, what a grab. What a grab. Come on,
at the
boy.
40. At the
he lost his
40-yard line, he goes down. He just lost his footing, ran out of breath, and just collapsed right there.
He might have gone all the way, Bob.
At the Rochester 38-yard line.
This guy never ceases to amaze me. He is absolutely fantastic. Week after week.
Taking another look at the play. Here's the little swing pass, thrown perfectly by Kappa. There's the midfield stripe, down to the 45, and then down to about the 38-yard line. So first down and 10. This time, Daper goes up the middle. Daper still on his feet, down at the 20.
Look at those moves, Bob.
Down to the 18-yard line and another first down. That's about a 20-yard gain. Let's see, from the 38 to the 18, 20 yards on that play. A little shuffle done by Dapra.
If he were on stage, Bob, he'd pick up about a half a dozen curtain calls on that move right there. Oh, brother.
Look at it. Right, look at this.
Look at this. Look at this.
And finally dropped by Carper. Dapra, 13 carries, 117 yards, has had 100 yards in every game that Riverview has played this year.
Oh, boy.
Zrimsik has the call. Short yardage.
That was almost a busted play again, Bob.
Durandi Brown makes the defensive play for Rochester. So a gain of about 2 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd and 8. Kappa looks over the defense, has a receiver out to the right, stumbles, looks to throw, popped into the air. Graham has it, a busted play. Graham has the blocking at the 15. He's at the 10, and he's into the end zone.
And no flags. No flags. How about that? You talk about improvising. Jeff Kappa did a number there, Bob. Let's watch it if we can.
All right, here we go.
What's this?
Kappa, the arm goes forward. He threw it. That's credit for a pass. Here's Graham. Graham at the 15, at the 10, at the 5, and into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Raiders have taken a 19-12 lead. They won't take any chances on the extra point as Belisario is on. That's Orlando to kick the extra point. And this one is drilled. right through the uprights, and the Raiders lead it 20-12. It's an 8-point lead. Kappa, what was that sign? Kappa times 2. Oh, okay. Kappa times 2 equals 6. So the Riverview Raiders lead it by 8 with 9:06 to play in the third quarter. Another look at the touchdown. One more time. It's worth repeating. Kappa stumbles. He's about to throw. The ball will wind up in Graham's hands at the 25.
Now watch the blockers he picks up here, Bob.
Well, there's a block by Dapro. Dapro threw one. This looks, you know, and a block by Belisario at the goal line. So, yeah, that play was designed, sure. All right, the deep backs are Jeter and Dudley as they look into the sun, and if they kick it high, we might get a fumble recovery. I hope Belisario lands one at Greater Pitt.
You never have enough.
Pour it on, man. Pour it on. The kick bounces at the 20. It's picked up, and he's down at the 15-yard line. Jeter had the knee down at the 15. Sorry, fella. No bus tokens here. We want the silver dollar or you don't move. So he's at the 15. So Rochester at their own 15, trailing by 8, under 9 minutes to play in quarter number 3.
All I know, Bob, is that they've got to stop Jeter. This guy is absolutely fabulous. Number 23, he has 177 yards in the first half.
That's Dudley. Dudley gets the pitch.
He's
trying that left side. Dudley bypasses a couple of tacklers and then run out of bounds at the 25. So a gain of about 10. Charles Belisario runs him out of bounds. Here's the pitch back.
Oh, yeah, there's a clip there.
Yeah, yep. They clipped Graham, but there was no flag, huh? No flag.
Well, they're probably admiring Dudley the way he runs.
Tell the officials to come in. We'll take a look at the replays. At the 25-yard line, they have measured for the first down on that carry by Dudley, and he has it. First down at the 25. Wishbone formation. Dudley again looks for running room, and it stops right there. It looked like Belisario, number 21, was there. Jeff Kappa was also there. So give credit to Belisario Orlando, along with Jason Kappa on that tackle.
Pretty hard for one person to bring that Dudley down, Bob. It took 4 Raiders to bring him down that time.
Second down and 5.
5 yards on that carry. Second, actually 4 yards. Let's make it 2nd and 6. Dudley up the middle. Hit hard.
Oh, was he hit?
I don't know if that was Jason Kappa,
well,
but the number ended in a 5.
Orlando Belisario was there along with 85, Jason Kappa.
Kappa hit him first at the 31-yard line. Third down and about 3.
Gain of 2, third down and 3.
Seven and a half minutes remaining here in the third quarter. 20-12. Raiders lead.
And the winner goes on next week to meet Western Beaver for the WPIAL Class A title. You know, 3 guys for Riverview, when they jump like that.
Well, when they jump like that, that many of them, Bob, maybe the other side moved. I don't know. Let's wait and see.
Well, not so this time. First down, by the way, and it's the first down by penalty this afternoon, I believe. Milo's going to double check that. I could be wrong. Riverview now 3 penalties for 30 yards. And with the football, this time they try off left tackle as Williams carries 34, and he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Brought down by number 73,
Theo Fakaris on the play after a 7-yard pickup. It is 2nd down and 3. We are near the midway point in the 3rd quarter. Wishbone again, and it goes to Mercier, wrapped up by Fakaris again. Theo Fakaris had him wrapped up as he tried to cross the line of scrimmage, and he got up to the 46-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and about 1.5 yards, or maybe 3rd and just 1 yard.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Here's Netzuk over center. It goes to Dudley. Dudley has the first down.
No, he doesn't.
Well, look at the spot. He's over it by at least 1/2 yard. But the Raiders converge on him. Graham was there along with Jeffrey Kappa and brother Jason. Ertlejack off the bottom of the pile as well. Let's see where they spot the ball, Joe. We'll take a look at the replay. Oh, my. Well, they got the first down at the 48-yard line. First down for Rochester. Mercier, or check that. That's not Mercier. That's into the secondary, and a fumble out of bounds as Ertlejack made the tackle on Dave Williams, brought down in Riverview territory near the 35-yard line.
Tell you what, Bob, no lead is safe for this Rochester team. They can move the football, no question about it.
So it's marked at the 35, and another look at that play as David Williams goes left. One tackler missed, another one there. And finally, Dujak holds on.
Ertlejack
will bring him down. Here's a run up the middle again by Williams. Williams down to the 28-yard line. A gain of about 6 on that play. 2nd down and 4 as they unpile. It is Rich Walsh and Zach Zrimsik who make the play. 2nd and 4 rather, after the 6-yard gain. Riverview ahead 20-12 in the 3rd quarter with 4:45 to play in this quarter. This time it went to the up back, and he slips through for the first down, or an apparent first down.
I don't think he made it.
Crossing the 25-yard line as Dujak was there, and the give that time went to Ken Mercier, number 45. And it is short of the first down, but it'll bring up a 3rd and about 1 yard. Now the officials want to bring the chains of
coaching staff over there, Bob Leary, a little upset at that mark. They didn't like where they spotted that ball.
just an inch.
Yep.
3rd down and just about an inch.
4 down territory for sure. All in all, a pretty good job by the crew out here. Vic Seket, the referee, Frank Solomon, the umpire, Rick Druschel, the head linesman, Damian Zarisco, the line judge, Larry Kupek, the field judge, and the back judge, Bill Heitkamp.
And here goes one more time, Amir Dudley has the first down at the 23-yard line, and Rochester keeps pushing the football.
Dujak.
So Dujak for the Raiders on the tackle, and we're under 4 minutes now in this 3rd quarter. The Raiders lead it by 8, 20-12.
They are eating up an awful lot of time. They're just running the clock all the way down now to it's approaching 3.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
Mercier up the middle is inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line. Maybe the 18 as they unpile. It is Belisario and Jason Kappa. Orlando Belisario and Kappa. Second down and about 6. 4-yard carry on that play for Ken Mercier. Mercier one more time down to the 15-yard line. Dapra along with Justin Peppa at the 15. They're short by another couple of yards here, so third down and about 3.
And they're going to be inside 2.5 minutes here by the time they snap the football. 20-12 is the score. The Raiders of Riverview on top, but Rochester is threatening.
There's Mercier one more time. He's got the first down at the 10-yard line. Mercier for the first down. Zaremczyk assisting on the tackle. The ball is, the nose of it is inside the 10, so they cannot pick up a first down. It'll have to get into the end zone, so they're right on the 10.
First and goal. And big number 75, Randy Gilbert, coming into the lineup for the Raiders.
Gilbert, the left defensive end. The give to Mercier up the middle. Mercier battles his way to the 5-yard line. And he drags Orlando Belisario with him, Jeffrey Kappa as well, and Justin Graham on the tackle near the 6-yard line. A gain of 4, second and goal from the 6. A minute and a half remaining now in the third quarter. Rochester's coach Matsook on the far sideline there. Mercier, touchdown. Well, that'll make it 20-18.
Well, they're going to go for 2, obviously, Bob. It's not going to matter being down 1 or 2, even if they miss. And the way they've been moving the football, it's, you know, they're going to be pretty optimistic about getting this 2-pointer. 20-18, and Rochester going to try for the 2-point play here.
Matsook over center, looking to throw. Matsook will run the football. Now throws, and it is broken up.
Hey, Belisario.
All right.
Orlando Belisario tipped that one away.
Folks, if we're going to look at it on the replay, we'll do it when we come back from a break. We have 1 minute and 20 remaining in this third quarter. It's 20-18, Riverview in the lead. We'll be right back. Let's take a look at both the touchdown and the busted 2-point play. Here's the touchdown by Mercier going right up the middle. And that puts the 18 on the board for Rochester. And the 2-point try was the pass from Matsook into the end zone. Matsook coming to his right and finally fires and broken up nicely by Orlando Belisario, who reached in with the right hand. 20-18 is the score. The Raiders in the lead. Here's a short kick taken at the 27. And the run is up the middle by Ertl. Still on his feet at the 50.
Come on, boy.
At the 45 and Out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds at the 39. You got to question Rochester's wisdom on those short kicks. The Raiders are getting excellent field position, and they have it here with 1:12 to play in the third quarter.
Bob, I think they're trying to kick him along. They just can't do it.
34 yards on the return. Here it is. Ertlejack at the 40, 45, 50, 45, stepped out of bounds at the 39-yard line. So the Raiders, with 1:12 to play in the third quarter, have the ball in Rochester territory. Dapra tried the middle, was hit on the play by Kevin Mortimer.
That last drive by Rochester, Bob, they covered 85 yards in 16 plays, but more importantly, it took up 7 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock.
It's been a fairly fast game here this afternoon as the closing minute of the third quarter winds down. 40 seconds to play.
Oh, we need to love to put something on the board here, I'll tell you. That'll force them to score twice.
Kappa checks over the defense. Pitches back to Dapra. Dapra looking for a hole. Dapra is going to be brought down for a loss back at the 40-yard line. He lost about 3 yards on that carry. Forward progress brings it back to the 40. Play took too long to develop, Joe.
Yeah.
Jeter was there defensively, as was Amir Dudley and a host of others. Third down and roughly 11 for the Raiders.
Well, the way Rochester moves the ball, Bob, you sort of wonder why Rochester went for the two-point play and tried to pass. They were eating up yardage by the tons, but I'm glad they did.
Well, we have played 3, and it is a 20-18 score. Riverview holds on to the lead. And, Joe, we're going to hold it right here as we prepare for our fourth and final period. I want to thank again our many sponsors for making this telecast possible. And again, a quick note to the viewers, thank you for supporting our sponsors. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with the kickoff right after this.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 11 from the 40. There's the draw. There is Dapra. He can't go this time as he's going to be stopped for a loss of about a yard. So it's going to be 4th down now, and the Raiders are going to have to punt the football, and Rochester with an opportunity to take the lead with the score of any kind other than a safety. 20-18 is the score. Riverview on top. And number 20 is Trent Jeter going back to handle the punt here as the Raiders, well, they're holding up time here as there's, I think the shoe came off one of the Riverview players, and they're getting it back on again. Here we go. That was number, 14. That was Jeff Kappa. So Riverview now going into punt formation as it's 4th down and 12. And would you believe this is the first punt of the afternoon for Riverview? Belisario takes the high snap, gets the kick away. Good high kick. Fair catch signaled for, and it's going to roll out of bounds at about the 11-yard line, I believe, is where they're going to put it. So it's going to take a long drive here for Rochester, but they have shown here this afternoon they can move the football. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for Rochester at their own 11-yard line.
Their bread and butter man is number 23, Amir Dudley, although Ken Mercier has been given an opportunity to carry the football a little more here in the second half.
All right, here we go. Pitch back. Coming around is number 23, Dudley, and he is going to be stopped. And let's see who made that stop. It was Rimzak. lost, or I should say gained a couple of yards on that play. Second down and 8. The ball at the 13-yard line. Clock is moving. 10:45 remaining here in the final quarter. The Rams of Rochester out of the huddle and ready to go. Dudley 200 yards on the afternoon. Here's a handoff, and getting a couple of yards there was number 45. That is Ken Mercier, and Ertlejack making the stop at about the 17 or 18-yard line. It's going to be third down and a long 3. So if they can hold here, I'm sure they'll punt. They're not going to fool around and try to make a first down here on fourth down deep in their own territory. So a big play coming up, obviously, for both teams. The Rams need it for the first down. They're down by 2 points, and Riverview would like to get their hands on the football. With a defensive play here, they need to hold them. Third and 3. Here's a handoff going around the right side, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down. Gang tackled over there just across the 20-yard line. Jeremy Dujak led that defensive play on Amir Dudley. Let's see where they spot the ball. I know they're short. They're going to be a little bit short just across the 20-yard line. In fact, the back end of the football is touching the 20. Fourth down. Now what do they do? Here it is right here. You can see it. They may go for it. They may go for it. This could be the play of the day. Oh, my, what a gamble. Almost 9 minutes. They may try to draw him offside. No, they don't. And do they stop him? Depending on the spot from the official here on the near side, I don't think he made it. Well, it all depends on the spot. Boy, what a gamble that was. What a gamble that was. Let's see, they're going to measure. They're going to measure.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. The official on the near side, Bob, had the ball been spotted where he positioned himself, it was short. What it's like now, I don't know. Let's wait and see. They stretched the chains, and I think it is made. They made it just by an eyelash, and I'll tell you what, they got a break on that spot, let me tell you. So it's going to be a first down for the Rochester Rams. They made a first down. They went for it at their own 20-yard line. That's a gutsy call. But looking back, it really isn't so gutsy after all because they made it. Okay, here we go, first down. Here is Dudley on the carry, and he gets a couple of yards up to about the 24-yard line. Rich Walsh, number 52, led that charge for the Raiders. And the clock continues to move. 8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. What was it we said earlier, Bob, a couple of times? The team that has the ball at the end might win it. It's sure set up that way. 20-18, Riverview leading. Fourth quarter, 8 minutes remaining. Second down. 8 yards to a fumble. I think he fell on it. Yep. Matsuk fell on it. So it's Rochester holding on to the football. They're going to lose a couple of yards. It'll be third down and 9. Third and 9. Gilbert coming into the lineup. Somebody better leave. Somebody better leave. All right, the Raiders now have their defensive unit in there. They're going to try and really make this as the play that's going to get them the ball back. It's third and 9 from the 22-yard line. Matsuk back, rolling right, looking, throwing, incomplete. Fourth down. Now what do they do? I doubt very much if they'll gamble here, Bob.
I wouldn't think so.
Not a chance.
7:18 to play in the game, and the Raiders lead it by 2 points.
So they're going to punt the ball. I believe that's their first punt of the afternoon. So Riverview, the last time they had the ball, punted for the first time. Rochester now going to do the same, so that shows you how these two teams have been moving the football. There is the kick, high, and it's going to hit at about the 42 and roll out of bounds at the 44-yard line. That's where the Raiders will get it, as Phil Greco punted the football out of bounds at the Rochester 44-yard line.
Great field position.
Oh, boy.
7:10 to play in the game.
A score here, Bob, a score here could get him a ticket to Three Rivers next week.
All right. Raiders, eat up the clock, and let's put 6 more on the board.
7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the ball game. Kappa, hands off. Here comes Dapra. Dapra still going across the 35, down to the 34, and maybe a first down. Tony Carper made the stop. May have saved the touchdown. James Lee also there, and watch this play. There's a penalty flag on the play. I think that's going to go against the Raiders. Yep. Oh, boy.
Play only took 6 seconds off the clock, by the way.
What's the call? Holding? Riverview is going to be hit with a penalty for holding. They bring the ball all the way back to the 46-yard line.
Well, if the Raiders are looking for the pass, they're not looking into the sun. They're looking away from it. Deep shadows here at North Allegheny's Newman Stadium.
Well, the clock shows 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the game. First down and 19 for the Raiders at their own 46-yard line following that holding penalty. Jeff Kappa. Jeff Kappa looking over the middle. It's complete to Erteljack. Erteljack picks up about 9 or 10 yards on that catch. They'll spot the ball at the 44-yard line, which was the original line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
So a gain of about 9 yards. They picked up the yardage they lost on that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 10, and there you'll see it again. There's Erteljack, and he got hit immediately there by Chris Carper. So it's a 2nd down now and 10. The clock is moving. We're approaching 6 minutes remaining in the game. 20 to 18. Riverview. Kappa. They're in the eye. Here's Kappa to Dapra. Dapra comes to the outside, looks for a block. Dapra still going, and he gets the first down as he's run out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Got some good blocking, but a couple of them looked a little close to maybe being a clip, but no flags. Ball at the 31-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
Yeah, let's take another
look. I'll tell you, we want to take another look at that one. Look at Dapra finding a spot to run, Bob. This guy, I'll tell you what, he's got eyes in the back of his head. Look at him driving. And he's finally run out of bounds at the 31, 1st and 10, as Vernon Krebs was the guy that ran him out. Here is Graham, Justin Graham, driving across the 30 to about the 28-yard line. David Williams coming up to make the stop, along with number 34. Well, that was Williams. So it's going to be a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8. The ball at the 28-yard line. 5.5 minutes remaining in the game. Crowd is quiet on both sides. And we've got the clock all the way down now to about 5:10. All right, here we go. Kappa pitches back to Dapra. Fakes one tackler, not the other, as Krebs tripped him up. And Dapra gets to about the 20, well, he got down to the 26, but they're going to spot it back at the 27, where they say his knee hit the ground. It'll be 3rd down and about 7. 3rd and 7. Boy, a first down here could really be lovely, Bob. The clock shows 4.5 minutes remaining.
Riverview by 2 points.
Yep. 20 to 18. Big play here. Kappa, ready. Kappa pitches back. There goes Erteljack. Erteljack driving, and he's going to come up short. He's going to get to about the 19-yard line. They have to get, well, let's see where they spot it.
He's at the 24, Joe. He's got to get to the...
Got to get to the 21. Just inside the 21. There's an injury out there. Looks like Erteljack may have been shaken up on that play. We've got 4 minutes and 8 seconds left in the ball game. It's going to be 4th down and a long 4 for the Raiders. And while they tend to the injured player, we'll take a timeout and come back with more right after this. All right, we're back. Erteljack limping off the field. A big 4th down play here for the Raiders. It's 4th down and a long 4. They've got to get inside the 21-yard line. The ball is spotted at the 24. So here we go. Dapra, the tailback in the eye. Justin Graham, the front man, as Zrinzak. What do they do? Taking a timeout here? Who's taking a timeout?
Well, one of the officials, Frank Sullivan, is talking right now with David Williams, number 34.
I think there's an equipment adjustment over there, Bob. That's what it is, I believe.
All right, so we're okay now.
So he says, okay, we're ready to go. All right, here we go. The clock starts to move. We're inside 4 minutes. They're in the eye. Dapra, the tailback, he gets the ball. Dapra, here's the first down. Dapra, 5. Dapra, down to the 1-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Steve does it again. I'll tell you what, Bob, you talk about a money player. That's not money in the bank. That's Fort Knox.
All the way down to the 1-yard line. Here we go, Joe. Take another look at it.
See this one. There goes Steve. There goes Dapra.
That's 1 tackle.
Yeah, the 10.
There's 2.
There's the 5. Dapra is going to get inside the 5, and he's finally going to be stopped by Tony Carper at the 1-yard line. Oh, brother.
Push it in right here, baby. That'll make it 26-18, and 27-18 makes it 2 scores to get.
Right. All right, here we go. Cap on the keeper, looks like. There goes Jeff. He is not in yet. No signal. No signal yet. He's right at the goal line. Yep. He did not make it. So it's 2nd down and inches right at the goal line.
Joe, I have my glasses on it. It's got to be an inch or 2 away. Chris have his
this place will go nuts, Bob, if they score here, because I don't think there's anybody left back in Oakmont and Verona. They're all here.
Look at that shot, Joe. 6 inches away.
Yep, there it is. All right, here we go. There he goes again. Kappa's in for the touchdown. Jeff Kappa on the keeper. Well, now, if we get one from Belisario, we can start singing our song, Bob. It's a morning song, but we'll sing it at night, in the afternoon.
I have forgotten. I'm sorry.
Well, it's actually a nighttime song.
Oh, good night, Irene. Okay.
You know what I mean.
You had me thrown there. All right.
All right, here we go. It's the Raiders now. They're up by 8, 26-18. Belisario is getting set to kick the extra point that is going to force 2 scores by Rochester with 2:47 left. High snap. The kick is up. The kick is good.
Good.
And it's a 9-point lead for the
Irene. Good night.
Good night, Irene. Oh, how lovely. You know what, Bob? We even sound better with a 9-point lead.
Oh, my. 2:47 to play. Rochester will have to score twice. And let's watch the Raiders.
Let's watch Jeff
go up ahead.
This kid and go right in. There he goes.
Well, he's got that, what is it? Who's the center? Flaherty? Flaherty leading the way.
He's got some pretty big boys up there.
As Bradshaw said when he accepted the Hall of Fame induction, that familiar fanny right in front of me.
Right.
Or were there 5 familiar fannies?
Well, the one he fell in love with for all those years was Mike Webster.
So the Raiders lead it by 9 with 2:47 to play, 27-18. This is going to be, if it holds true that the Raiders win, this will be the second time that they've defeated Rochester this year. Jeter and Dudley are the backs to receive Belisario kick.
They had an easy time the first go-around, Bob. What, 31-6 or something, but that was because Rochester had 4 or 5 youngsters that were out. But not so this afternoon. It's been quite a ball game. Very, very offensive ball game. 27-18. A ton of yards picked up here by both teams. Here's the kick by Belisario. High kick. It's going to be taken by Trent Jeter at about the 10-yard line. Jeter slips as going down there to cover that was Sam Geppert.
Way to go, Sammy.
All right, it's going to be Rochester now in possession from their own 16, 17-yard line, let's call it.
You know, Geppert must have been going down with a force of speed that forced Jeter to make that cut and slip and fall. Right. So you got to give Geppert credit for the tackle.
Well, he forced it. All right, here we go. 2 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the game. And the Raiders 27, Rochester 18. There goes Matsuk looking, throwing, caught by number 45. That is Ken Mercier. And the ball is out of bounds. Rich Walsh, Graham also there. So it's 1st and 10 for Rochester. The clock did stop with the out-of-bounds play. Now they start it up. Number 11 over there takes that one, and it's going to be Aiken. Boy, who made that hit over there? 14, Jeff Kappa. Jeff Kappa got that one.
They're going without huddle, too.
Yep. We're inside 2 minutes. And it's caught out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. Jeff Kappa one more time over there.
1 minute and 53, 3rd and 8.
3rd down, 8 yards to go. The clock did stop with the out-of-bounds play. It's 1 minute 53 left in the ball game. 27-18. The Raiders on top. Aiken and Mercier coming wide. Here's Matsuk throwing. Intercepted! Theo Vaqueros. He laterals. Oh, my. There goes Jeremy Dujak. Oh, my goodness. You cannot believe this place has gone completely crazy. I mean crazy.
Now, these two linemen, Joe, I don't know.
Vaqueros and Dujak. Vaqueros intercepts, laterals to Dujak, and they have the ball inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and you know what, my friends? It is over. Take my word for it. It is over with 1 minute 42 left. Tell you what I'll do, Bob.
Are we going to see that one again?
All right, let's watch it again.
Here we go. Vaqueros will lateral after making the interception.
Perfect spot. There it is, right there. Now he'll lateral to Dujak over to his left. That's it. There we go.
Oh, his knee was down. Oh, my.
Now what do they do? That's it. That's the play. That is the. You know what, Bob? I think they realized what happened last week
to their opponent.
Coach Kappa might have sent word to his son Jeff. Anything but getting on your knees, you may not be able to get in the house tonight. So
there was a timeout called by
1 minute
Rochester.
16 left.
And Jake Kappa, the coach, has come out onto the field. The Raiders lead it by 9 points. We'll remind our viewers that a portion of the program brought to you by Integra Banks, where you can get the loans you need 4 times like these. We could total up individual statistics, Joe, for
Go right ahead, Bob.
the opposition. Amir Dudley, 267 yards.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, 207.